Hello world, and welcome back to another episode of Magic Farm 3. The stupid chunk lines. There we go. So yeah, I've been doing a bit of work here. Quite a bit of work. And what you'll see here in a bit is a gigantic mess. But hey, I've got compact storage. These chests are really nice. They are gigantic, and you can make backpacks too. So yeah, I'm pretty good for storage here, and as you can see from my inventory, we're going to get into some alchemy with Thaumcraft. So yeah, I made up a set of Thaumaturge's robes for the Viz discount, and let's go ahead and let's go outside. Yeah, I've got stuff just littered all over here. So I'm starting to move this over to a magic biome. As you can see, I've kind of pillared up there. I would really like to get an electric rafter, so that I can get a more steady supply of silverwoods, but this requires, I mean, making the grafter itself is fine, but powering it is something else. If you take a look at the redstone charge pad, all of this is fine, but the signalium, I don't know, requires destabilized redstone, and the only way to get that outside of the magma crucible, which is a possibility, but is melting it down in the smeltery, but it requires a lot of heat, and the only way really to get that much heat is by using, I think it's pyrotheum or whatever. I got the farm laid out a bit more and moved the chocobo pins down yonder. I did manage to get gold chocobos. One of them's down there healing up after a rather rough encounter with some wild animals. The other's over here in my next development. So yeah, definitely not finished, as you can see from the bottom, but this is starting to go. The obsidian tile might not have been the greatest choice because I have to hunt down the over here's a group of them. I have to hunt down these eldritch altar area things in order to harvest up a sufficient amount of it. I'm not so sure about the red brick or not, but it seems to be going okay with what I'm thinking here. But I would really like to just make it go all the way up the side here, because that's going to be rather impressive, actually. And then this is just kind of the base. I'm not sure what I want to do here, but I want to level off this land here and make this island squarish, I guess. And then this is going to be the farming area, or it might convert over to Botania, a whole area for Botania. And all the crops might actually move in to live on one of these layers or something. Haven't quite decided yet, but coming on in here, this is not finished, and I'm not sure I'm liking how this is turning out. I might do obsidian tiles 3 or 4 deep here along here and make this a square. So I don't know. I'm still kind of playing with that. And here's one of my gold chocobos. I've actually got a breeding pair. Nope, I don't want you to follow me. Stop that. But yeah, this works really well for getting around, because ta-da, we're flying, but it doesn't have hover. So not good for building, but great for getting back and forth to harvest this obsidian tile. But they do take a bit of damage when you've got cultists throwing fireballs and lightning at you. Alright, so yeah, I've got, here's the plan here, I guess, and I want to create kind of a, get down there. Down here I'm going to put kind of the ore processing and stuff, so I think we're going to set up our infernal furnace down here and maybe move the smeltery over here. probably tunnel this out to the wall and make some windows, and then coming on up here, I think this is going to be something. Maybe blood magic with the way this is going. Not too sure. I might move the alchemy up here later, and just kind of take this area down here as my just kind of the entryway, the grand entrance, I suppose. And I have gone and upgraded my tools some more with cobalt for a couple of these. I've got a silk touch pickaxe as well, and I've been using actually mana steel tool rods for these guys. They're better than the slime. They don't have the slimy effect, and well, it's not too hard to get. So that's been going pretty good for me. But without too much further ado, we're going to need a bit of nitor, and I'll have to replace some of this later once I get my alchemy going. At least I think so. I think you have to heat it, and then we're just going to kind of pick some random spot to set down. So maybe this is where we put the jars. Did I bring some sort of surface material outside of cobblestone? Let's grab some great wood. I feel like it should be great wood. Maybe. Yeah, we can replace it later. Great wood sounds good. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of slow going. If we can get to the hoe of regrowth, this will go a little bit quicker. And this is my emergency silverwood sapling. If I run out, I can make myself a grafter and go to town. I could make a thaumium grafter, but then I have to get the repair enchant, and the repair enchant in this version of Thaumcraft is not the same as earlier versions of 4.2. Basically, you have to have your wand on your toolbar, and you have to it has to be charged in order to supply charge to the tool. So let's just do something like this. And I probably should make more valves, but basically with our rinky-dink method here, we're going to need these valves in order to get things going to the right spot. So let's go ahead and connect these up. How about like this? Because you can only have one essence traveling through a pipe at a time. Obviously we're going to want to go for decanting golems pretty quickly, but for now, so let's see, if we set our furnace here, actually I probably want those to be valves as well. I'm not going to have enough room for a full stack of 5, and that's going to poke up into the next floor. Okay, well, I'll have to owe myself later. Something like that. And you don't really need 5. You need as many as there's going to be essentia coming out of this thing. So, I don't know, 5 might be a little overkill, and there might actually be a much better way of doing this, but let's do it this way because of reasons. Alright, so now we have to, I guess, loop this side. So basically it's going to come down this way and flow into these jars, and I think those are closed. Oh, hey now. Let's get an open hand. I think those are closed by default. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we try to burn something in here. Oh no, I'm starving. So one of the perks of going around and collecting this obsidian tile is you get a ton of loot. I'm pretty set on a lot of things. Most notably the safari nets. All right, so let's burn something. We need magic. What do we want to make? We're gonna want nitor. We're gonna need lots of nitor, I think. So we're gonna need coal and torches, I guess. Let's see. So let's first make sure that these are all closed, because that's gonna be a problem. I should have grabbed more because I need to burn some of that. Let's throw a torch in here, and that should produce me. Ah, yeah. See, they're all open. Anyway, there should only be one anyway, so let's close everything down. I need a ladder. Not a ladder, a stair, so I can reach that last one. Okay, so turning it to the right is closed. Alright, so now we should be able to take this coal and burn it. I think this only holds 16, so we're going to try and be a little conservative here. Okay. So let's let that burn down. I don't want to open the valves and try to drain this out before it's all burnt up, because then it has a tendency to switch around on you where the aspect is located. So at least in this early stage, ooh, this isn't going to work because I have to open this valve. Well, I guess we can drain the potentia out first. Oh, yeah. Alright, we need to rethink this, because I need a single pipe going into the set of pipes. Like that. And then like this. That's going to make those guys back there hard to get to. Okay, so now I need to open this, and it should take the potentia. Because those two are open, and that one is open. Or no, did I just close that? I should see steam if it was going out. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that sucked that up. And now we can tighten this one down and open this one. And take my Ignis. Alright, so that will work for the most part, and that one's not right, and closing all of this off. Okay, so we need to, hey now, stop that. We need to move this down one, I guess, in order to create space for that. And okay, let's go ahead and try again on this. Okay, and now we want to have a single row here. Oh, 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 don't do that. Let's pick you guys up. And let's pick you up. Now then, so we're gonna want the valves maybe like right here. We wish you could put them on the bottom of jars as well. That would be nice. I guess we can put one here as well. Let's go ahead and close them down though. Okay, and now we can stick this guy here. Alright, and so for this guy we want to, I'm going to put him at the other end, like right here. Where's my wand? There's my wand. Okay, and we want to make, I don't think this thing actually needs, you know what, bet I'm out of something here on my wand. That's the second part this is taking so long, is because I constantly need to run out and recharge it, so we're going to want to get up to 30 order, 30 water, 15. Yeah, I'm going to need some more. Man, we're so close. Kind of so close. I think what I might do is create kind of an aisle here and maybe put a second set of jars on this side. I can probably go up to like that, and then I think it's going to accept its input here. So we're going to want a valve for that. Let's just kind of lay this out from memory. I don't know if it's the top one that feeds it or the bottom one. But that'll do. And we can run. Well, let's just go ahead. I don't have enough valves, I think, for more. That should be alright. We need to tighten all these guys down now. And I need to make some jar labels. So let's go like this maybe, and run it back this way. Pop. Okay. And then yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to need something behind it. We have cobblestone. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it for the short term. Yeah, I think that'll work. So we'll basically, I could even hook up probably another another furnace here if I wanted. Stick it right here. But that's a lot of stuff. Hey, can I make do I have a crafting table over here? I don't. I need to make some stairs so that I can put it right up against there and get up to that valve. Can I make greatwood stairs? I can. Perfect. Alright, so let me go ahead and get the viz I need in my wand, and go ahead and we'll make that and get started on some things. I think we're going to go ahead and get some nitor and whatnot. We're going to need to make some more golems for our fields, and we're going to want to look at some auto crafting. I don't know how many of those tasks we're going to get in this episode, but we'll try to squeeze in as much as possible. And I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So this is kind of the design I came up with. Basically now we've got 2 furnaces that we can tap here, and this is our jars that we can basically fill up, and then here's our alchemical construct that we'll take this essentia and do something with. Now I went ahead and stylized this up a bit. It looks a lot nicer. I'm kind of digging it. I've got some arcane lamps to light the place up, so I could get rid of the torches. Need to get a few more resources to finish off some of these walls. I have the marble, I just didn't. I was a little lazy and didn't finish that up. But yeah, I mean it's looking pretty good. I need to get some sort of decorations in here, and I kind of redid the elevator to go up and down between levels. So yeah, I'm starting to kind of like it. I don't know that this is our final resting place. I probably should have brought this out to just be this this entire back wall here, and I might do that if I feel like it. But for now, this is a good start. So let's go ahead and see if we can actually do something with this. I have some silver wood that I want to basically boil down. Now I think these can only hold, well, I guess they can hold more, 64 maybe? So we have 64 here. Let's try kicking, no, I don't have enough coal. Now I do. So this should start filling up. And then once this all burns up, we'll go ahead. It's almost empty. That's interesting. Once that all gets done, we're gonna have to go ahead and start opening these guys up. Now I've started moving my stuff over here for this. Now I updated versions of Magic Farm 3, and my tools were all completely invalid. It looks like the Man of Steel tool rod was removed, so they weren't working. So I had to go ahead and drop into Creative and remake these because that's a little much for me. I don't feel like going back to 0 on those, just because I'd leveled them up pretty good. So yeah, I had to do that, but hopefully that's not much of an issue. What do we got here? So it doesn't look like anything's leaking, so that's good. And then up here, if you didn't see, I've got a void jar, so basically I can go ahead and fill all these guys up, and anything that's left over, I'll come over here, open up this valve, and just void it out. So is this guy almost done? We've got 3 more. So one of the things that was added is, I don't know, Apocalypse I think it's called, but if you look up there in the middle, there's difficulty level 0. Apparently that's supposed to go up as time progresses. I think 28 days is the grace period, which we've already surpassed, but since it just got added, it's set back to 0. But as it goes past 28 days, the difficulty is supposed to start cranking up, so that might be interesting, I suppose. There's not going to be enough in here for everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's open this guy, and let's vent some tree. Oh, darn it, I did it again. I need another layer of pipes. Yeah, that's not good. I could run it along the back, I suppose, and not lose much of the style there. Let's go ahead and grab these. They're not necessarily useful. In my haste, I got different modifiers on them this time, and this one's not as fast as it used to be, which is annoying. So now I've got that clamped down, so let's go ahead and run this back. I need one more. Where's my ring? Give me that stuff. Oh hey, I don't know where that one came from, but okay, so that should do it, and I'll have to, there we go, have to style that back up. So now we should be able to, this guy's open, and we should be able to open him. Aha! Let's go ahead and label him. Pop. Now that should pretty much create all the suction go into here, and we shouldn't get any excess stuff. So let's see, there's more tree up there. Wah. Ah, this is working. I like it. Now I'm just going to have to make some way to create additional containers without having to just remove it. So now we're going to be out of space for tree, so we can go ahead and pop this open and it should void all tree. Like so. And that's tightened down, right? No, that's not. There we go. So we're over here, we got tree over here. I call it tree, I don't know what the actual name of it is. That's disconnected now. Ah, darn. Let's see, do I have any more pipe? I don't. And how do I make all that? I think it's gold, quicksilver. Here, let's go off the cuff here. It's these quicksilver pellets, golden nuggets. Hey now, don't go throwing gold around. Iron and glass. Bingo. Alright, so let's connect him back up. Like that and like that. And that should take all that out. Okay. You know, I should actually just make all of these into void jars, because it's only going to void the excess, now that I think about it, and that's not going to be particularly useful for me in this case, because it won't be able to void other types. Nuts. Everything's tightened down here. Yeah, I forgot about that particular feature. So let's redo this, and let's get all that tree out of there, and make sure we don't have anything. Yep, there's more tree. That's open, right? Yes. Why you no void? Oh, that's we got the same problem here as there. Yeah. I thought I was so smart, you know. This was all going to be cool and work right out of the box, and everything was going to be happy, but darn it. That ruins my design. How dare you? Ah well. If we push this back all the way over there, we can run the pipe up along here, and that should be fine. So that just requires me to do a little more stylizing. Okay, so now what's wrong with you? You're connected all the way up there. Well, let's make some more tubes, and let's take this out and put him up there like so. That's solving my problem. That's solving my problem. It doesn't seem to like going down this tube and across to here. So we'll just have to, maybe we can save those ones. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get some of our other stuff. What do we need to do to make a void jar? I think it's obsidian. Yeah, and blaze powder. I didn't have a whole lot of that. And now we need to... I think we can do this with pipes, no? No, because a void jar is a lower priority than a labeled jar. Yeah, that's just gonna stuff it up, and I don't have a label for potentia. I can make a potential label, but I need a file, which is glass and clay, which is back there again. Well, this is somewhat annoying. Okay, so now I should be able to snag some potentia out of there and combine it with a label and slap that on there, and now we're good. Let's pop that in there too. Okay, let's take potentia and stick them there. Let's go ahead and upgrade another one of these for the Pracantario or whatever it's called. Where did that jar go? Oh, went in a stack. Okay. Let's go ahead and start upgrading these, I guess. Ooh, I'm gonna run out of aspects on there quick. So let's see. Let's make sure everything's tightened. Okay. There's my Pracantario. Ooh. What's that fizzing? I don't like the fizzing. Okay. Let's open that up. It's not going here. There's something stuck. That's annoying. Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay. Go. Yes. Alright. Problem solved. We're definitely going to have to get up to some decanting golems quick. Yeah. Okay, so we can open both of these whenever we have that. Just to drain them. And there's no more in here. I think there's only 64 in each. And there we go. Let's go ahead and tighten those down. Wish there was a better indicator of whether those are open or closed. Okay, Ordo. Well, let's put that void jar. Open her up and Ordo. And then let's label that. And there we go. Okay, so what do we need? What do we need for Nitor? Let's make some Nitor. We need Ignis, Lux, and Pracantario stuff. Okay, so we have enough of those two. We need some melt down some torches, I guess. Let's tighten him down. He's full. Alright. So I've got 64 torches here. Let's just burn it all up and make Lux. And actually, let's speed up the process. There we go. Yeah, with two furnaces, this is gonna help a lot. And there we go. Those are all burnt down. Let's go ahead. Oh, yay, yeah. Is this open? Now it is. And that's going to fill up because I don't have a void jar on it. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Oh well. That's going to overflow it too, huh? It's going to leave a bunch of stuff in my pipes because I had one in there. And some of this is still even bubbling out. Well, that one's all done. I have 10. Well, I could take... Let's just do this, because I just want to make sure everything's emptied out before I start playing around with that guy. Let's go ahead and empty it. Tighten those down. Okay, so we should be able to make Nitor now, which needs some glowstone dust. Please tell me I have some in here. No. For now, we want to pop glowstone in here and lock that in, and that's going to show me that I'm making some Nitor. So we're going to need 3 of this guy. So if we open this valve and open does that connect up there? No, okay, good. So this valve's this valve's open. Oh, that valve's closed. Well, let's see. I don't want to let's see if it'll accept it up there, because if it does, that's gonna help out. No, or it's not pulling it. See, that's open, that's open. So let's put a valve here. Let's close it. Let's put a valve here. Dang it, stop that. It's not pulling. Let's open this one now. Well, does it have to go in the top? Okay, one more attempt. Let's try... Oh, no. Alright, well. That ends the episode, because I'm not going to have enough to recreate that. So, alright. I guess next episode, I'll show you guys how I fix that. And I think what we'll do... I'll get things moved over down there, like I said, and maybe we'll make that infernal furnace, and possibly get a decanting golem going, because this is going to be annoying, at least in the short term. What do I need? Oh, hey, I've already got it researched, but we need infusion. Infusion altar. Infusion altar next episode. As well as the infernal furnace, I guess. Leave a like or subscribe and have a good one, guys.